Hey everyone, it's Michael, and today I want to talk to you about the importance of bookkeeping when you're starting your Amazon FBA business or eBay or Walmart. Why should you listen to me? Because I just started about maybe a month ago with my first sale, and I went from a zero-figure seller to a one, to a two, and now to a three-figure seller. Might not be one of those seven, eight, or nine-figure sellers that you're seeing on Amazon making millions of dollars each month, but I'm making this video because I wish someone had made it for me when I was just starting out. I currently work for one of the biggest logistics companies in the world, especially in the US. Everyone knows what logistic company this is. They made about $386 billion in top line revenue last year. So they definitely know what they're doing. And I'm one of their analytics people. So I have a little bit to say about this. So first of all, I just want to show you that it is legit. I just blurred out my email, but everything else that is not blurred. This is my first video and kind of like this topic, so I kind of have like really nothing to hide. Month to date, which is my first month. I did about $326 in sales on Amazon. This estimate payout is not correct because it's not factoring my COGS, my cost of goods. That's just in Amazon, and then here it is in eBay. Oops, just had to blur out my email again, but here it is on eBay. So I've been already having a little bit more luck on eBay. So you can see here are I don't mind sharing it. Here are the items that I sold. I sold one like Nike running shoe, and then here is another Nike shoe for kids. So you can I just signed up for Seller Board. Everything is loading right here, my numbers. I've been doing better on eBay. Yeah, I'm just hit about 700 in sales, $700. And I think profit, that's probably be about $200. So very happy for my first month. But onto the topic of the actual video. Why should your bookkeeping look clean? Now, as someone that just started, when I ask people that are further ahead in the journey and I said, hey, what do you use? A lot of them were telling me that they're using Excel sheets. And as soon as I heard that, I thought, absolutely not. I will not be doing that. As someone who works with Excel sheets all the time, definitely don't want to do that. And I'm going to use a very quick example that I think will help you out to really understand. Now, when I look at this sheet, you think, oh, look at this raw data. Like it looks good, right? You got your months, you got your year, you got your country, you got your region. Even this, if you really look at it, like I'm starting to squint to kind of like understand all the lines. And the biggest problem about this sheet, if you were trying to do like a cost analysis, is it doesn't tell you a story. So if someone said, hey, Michael, I need to understand what item was the biggest profit per year, per company, whatever, like the story, I'd have to manipulate the data. So the data is not readily available. As opposed, imagine this as opposed to this. Boom. You have your cost breakdown total, which is you have your cost of goods, you have your cost of shipping, you have your FBA fees, and it tells you your percentage. So here you're able to see like, hey, is my cost of shipping too high? I thought it was going to be smaller, especially compared to my other stuff. Here's your profits and costs. You can see over here, it's like month over month, it goes up. It tells me a story. When you look down here, product of the week, it tells you a story. Over here, you can look at your product totals. You could say, hey, why is my product number one underperforming compared to my product three? Or why is my product three doing so much better than my product one? So the important part is that you need to see what story you're being told. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have Excel sheets if that's what you want to do, especially if you have very large data sets. But from here, if you're actually trying to have a game plan of how to reduce costs or make more profits, this is not going to help you out. This is going to help you out. In my company that we're at right now, the one that makes $364 billion a year, actually, sorry, $386 billion a year. The way that we interpret data usually is we have a development team, we have a BEI, we have people that just look at programs, we look at raw data, and then slowly, as it gets to more like mere mortals that don't just look at binary and think, oh yeah, it tells me a story, such as yourself or me or just someone walking down the street, they have to make it more and more easy to digest. So, for example, if you went into a conference room to show leadership and to show a bunch of people your data, you wouldn't go in with this, right? Everyone would be like, dude, I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, I need to simplify it. Everyone can look at a pie chart and look at this and go, oh, okay, I get it. So when you're looking at your bookkeeping, just make sure that it's simple and that it's not so complicated that it breaks. Like if you are taking like an hour just to do your bookkeeping, when if you like pay just a little bit of money for like, for example, Seller Board, which is the one I'm using, just got it today. I don't know if I'll like it or not. But at least now I can just go on and say, okay, cool. For this month, these are the sales. This is how many units. This is the estimated payout. This is the net profit. I'm sure I can change this with the actual numbers that I'll have. But this is something that I think is super important as you're starting out. Do not get messy, because as soon as it gets messy and you actually make a profit. Imagine you go from a 3-figure seller to a 4 to a 5-figure seller. Imagine you're selling $50,000. Imagine 6-figure seller in 6 months, and then you look at your numbers and you're like, I don't know how many taxes I owe. I don't know what my profits are. I don't know if I'm in debt, because when you're doing OA, right, you're spending a lot of money to get some money in return. But you could be in a lot of debt and not even know it. I have a friend who became a 7-figure seller, and a friend of a friend who became a 7-figure seller, and his dad had to go into his business and just completely redo all his books because he had no idea what he was doing. The IRS was coming after him. Business partners were saying, like, where is the extra money? And he was saying, I don't know. He wasn't a bad dude. He just had no idea where the extra money was. And you would think that, like, someone that's like making 7 figures is like has everything together, and that's not always the case. I'm going to end the video here. Hopefully this helped. Can't believe this was the first month that I actually made a sale. I'm super excited. To give you a little bit of context, I've been trying to make money online for the last like maybe 2 years on Amazon and eBay. And this last month is the first time that I actually made a sale. So as soon as that happened, I'm like, dude, I need to start making videos. I need to start helping people that are just trying to start off as well. So hopefully this helped you out. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I will try to make as many videos as possible coming up. All right. Thanks, everyone. See you in the next video.